These are the stories behind the moments millions remember but few truly understand. Welcome to Footy Origins, where football history comes alive. This is where our story begins. What if the World Cup's first scandal started before the final whistle? In 1930, football's biggest dream became reality in Uruguay. But the final between Uruguay and Argentina had a strange problem. Both teams argued over which ball should be used. The solution? Argentina's ball in the first half. Uruguay's ball in the second. Argentina LED early. Then everything changed. Uruguay stormed back and won for 2-2. Many fans wondered if the ball had changed the game. Then came Italy 1934. Under Mussolini, controversial decisions seemed to favour the hosts. Italy became champions, but doubts never disappeared. And soon, a world war would stop football itself. But that was only the beginning. Two World Cup moments left football fans arguing for decades. In 1950, Brazil was ready to celebrate in front of nearly 200,000 fans. The Maracanã was expecting history. But Uruguay had other plans. After a shocking comeback, Brazil's dream suddenly collapsed. Many Brazilians blamed rough play and controversial referee decisions. The defeat became known as the Maracanazo, a national trauma that lasted for generations. Then came another controversy in 1966. England faced West Germany in the World Cup final. Geoff Hurst's shot hit the bar and bounced near the goal line. The goal was given. England won. But the debate never ended. And the next World Cup controversy would become even darker. The stakes were rising. What if a World Cup match became an actual battlefield? In 1962, Chile and Italy pushed football beyond its limits. The match would later be called the Battle of Santiago. Punches flew. Kicks landed. Chaos exploded everywhere. Police had to enter the field again and again. Millions watching questioned FIFA's control of the game. But an even bigger controversy was waiting. Argentina entered the 1978 World Cup under immense pressure. To reach the final, they needed a huge victory over Peru. Then came the unbelievable result. Argentina 6, Peru 0. Accusations of match-fixing spread across the world. Yet no proof was ever found, and the mystery remains unsolved. Another battle emerged. Before Maradona's hand of God, there was an even uglier World Cup scandal. Spain, 1982. Algeria had shocked the world and fought for a place in history. But their fate would be decided by one final match. West Germany versus Austria. Germany scored early. Then everything changed. Both teams stopped attacking, stopped taking risks, and simply kept the score alive. The result would send BOTH teams through and eliminate Algeria. Fans booed. The match became known as the disgrace of Gijon. The outrage was so huge that FIFA changed the World Cup rules forever. But for years later, another controversy stole the spotlight. Maradona rose above England's goalkeeper and punched the ball into the net. The referee missed it. The goal stood. Argentina celebrated. The hand of God became legendary. But the biggest World Cup controversy was still coming. Then everything changed. What if a World Cup match was decided by a whistle instead of a goal? In 1990, Cameroon was one win away from football history. They faced England in a dramatic World Cup quarter-final. Then came a penalty that changed everything. Cameroon felt the decision stole their dream. England advanced to the semi-finals. But the arguments never disappeared. 8 years later, another storm arrived. Brazil versus Norway. Another controversial penalty. The live broadcast showed almost nothing. Then a hidden camera angle revealed contact. Before VAR, one whistle could change football forever. And worse, controversies were still coming. Tensions exploded. What if one World Cup run was helped by the whistle? In 2002, South Korea stunned the football world. But their journey soon became football's biggest controversy. Against Italy, a crucial Italian goal was disallowed. Then Francesco Totti saw a controversial red card. Italy's players couldn't believe what was happening. South Korea survived and moved into the next round. Then came Spain, and the controversy exploded. 2 Spanish goals were ruled out. Fans and media around the world were furious. Many accused the referees of favouring the hosts. More than 20 years later, the debate still isn't over. Was Korea's miracle run historic? Or football's greatest scandal? History was made. One headbutt and one missing goal changed football forever. It's the 2006 World Cup final. France and Italy are battling for the biggest prize in football. Then, suddenly, Zidane loses control. He drives his head into Marco Materazzi's chest. The referee reaches for a red card. Zidane walks away. His final match ends in controversy. For years later, another World Cup shock arrives. Frank Lampard's shot crosses the line against Germany. But the goal is not given. Fans around the world can't believe it. The mistake sparks global outrage. It becomes the turning point for goal line technology. One controversy ended a legend's career. Another changed football forever. But the biggest World Cup scandal was still coming. No one saw it coming. What if the biggest World Cup scandals never happened on the pitch? In Brazil 2014, the world watched Neymar carry a nation's hopes. Then one challenge changed everything. Neymar's tournament was over, and millions were left in shock. Within hours, social media exploded with conspiracy theories. Some believed the injury was intentional. Others thought something bigger was hiding behind the scenes. But while fans argued online, another controversy was already growing. Qatar's victory to host the 2022 World Cup triggered global suspicion. Bribery allegations spread across headlines around the world. Investigators began digging into FIFA's decision-making process. For years, football's biggest organisation faced questions it couldn't escape. Was it politics, corruption, or the biggest World Cup scandal? The controversy grew. Before a single match began, Qatar 2022 was already making headlines. Not for football, but for growing criticism over migrant workers' rights. Human rights groups from around the world spoke out, as pressure kept building before kick-off. Then another controversy exploded. Several European captains planned to wear the One Love armband, a symbol of inclusion and diversity. But FIFA warned of possible sporting sanctions. One by one, teams backed down, turning a football tournament into a global debate. Human rights, freedom of expression, the power of FIFA, And the controversy didn't disappear when the games began, because Qatar 2022 still had one more historic story to tell. The final chapter. They said football had changed. But Qatar 2022 gave us chaos nobody expected. Argentina versus the Netherlands became more than a football match. Players argued, pushed, and challenged each other all night. The referee showed 18 yellow cards. One of the fiercest World Cup battles of the modern era. Then came the final. Argentina against France. A penalty for Argentina sparked debates around the world. But the drama was only beginning. Goals, comebacks, extra time, pure football madness. Argentina finally lifted the trophy. But was Qatar 2020 to the greatest World Cup ever? Or the most controversial? This changed football forever. Football history never truly dies. This is Footy Origins. Subscribe for more football stories.